Okay.
We didn't want to rush you out.
Recording and sound speeding, and we are good. Okay.
Just to let you guys know, this episode almost did not happen. Mooncakes on the Road episode
53.
Yeah, 53, but like first time Mooncakes on the road.
On the road.
It almost did not happen, dude.
We had some technical difficulties, but you know what? We're making it work, and here we are now. I don't have my headphones on, so I feel a little naked without the headphones. Because I can hear us, you know, but I can't hear us now. Like, so we're just hoping the sound records. We know we have video. So if we speak loud enough, we'll have sound on the camera. So that's all good.
Crossing fingers, dude.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Mooncakes on the Road in Las Vegas. Yes. City of Sin.
Oh, this city. Oh my God.
You may be asking, Debbie, Liz, why are you here in Las Vegas?
Where the fuck are you guys in Vegas?
I know, we're like, you know, like in our 30s, mid 30s, and you know, just we're here for the Lovers and Friends Music Festival. For those of you who don't know what the Lovers and Friends Music Festival is, it's like all 2000, like early 2000 R&B, hip hop. So we're talking about like Sierra, we're talking about
Trick Daddy, Juvenile,
Fat Joe,
Twins,
112, Lauryn Hill.
Next.
Yes, we're talking
Drew
about
Hill.
all these amazing artists.
Monica.
But it is, you know, mid-May, and it is hot as fuck.
You picked the hottest.
I picked the hottest. I know. I just didn't think it was gonna be this crazy hot.
Well, who could predict it? How could you predict it when you bought the tickets last year in August or something?
Yeah, I lost about it last year.
In August?
Yeah.
And like, how could you predict that it was gonna be hot? You know
I mean, I could have guessed, but I was like, oh, you know, like the artist was just like too good to be true. Like I had to do it, you know, and I dragged this girl with me. So it's gonna be hot.
I kind of wiggled my way out on the first time. You told me.
I told her about it. But the first time
I was like, hell no, I am not going back to Vegas. I am not going to Vegas.
Yes.
And yet I am here in a robe in this nice.
And now she's in Vegas.
And I'm in Vegas.
And she's in Vegas. I got this bitch to go. This is how easily influenced we got her to get to come.
I'm only influenced because it's you.
Yeah,
if it's someone else, I'm just like, ugh.
No, I'm so grateful that Liz decided to come, and her boo Joseph decided to come with us too. So he drove us,
and he made this possible.
He made the technical difficulty not a difficulty anymore, and so I don't know how he did it, but I am
magic hands, man.
Just magic hands.
He's my Anikin Skywalker. I swear, I tell you that.
Oh my gosh, no!
He just knows what to do with electronics. It's it's a gift. It's truly a gift. That turns me on. It does.
So again, thank you so much for joining us, you guys. I know it's been a while since me and Liz got together. I mean, Liz has been hustling and grinding, and I just been doing my own thing too. So it's so nice that we can get together and just like go to Vegas. I know Liz swore she would never come back to this place.
Yeah, forget
this wretched place.
This wretched hole.
But now she's back as a tourist. And today we had such an amazing dinner at Yardbird.
Such a nice secret. It's not a secret,
It's
it's a restaurant you don't hear much about.
And it was in the Venetian Hotel, right?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it's the Venetian. And you don't tucked away. Like you got to get to it, like in the Venetian, like kind of a little bit of a maze to get to it. But it's like Southern comfort food, new American,
but refined,
and it was just everything was just
our waiter was amazing.
Yes, he was so personable. He I guess he knew my name from the reservation, but he came in, he's like, "Hey Debbie, how's it going?" And like he said it in such a way like he knew
and his
me
face was
all
like
his
this.
life.
He was like,
Debbie, and I was like. And Liz thought he knew me.
I was like, you didn't tell me your friend was coming. Like, who is this person?
Like, nah, he just knew from the reservation. But he literally sat next to us, on our booth, and was sitting down with us. Like, so what do you guys want? Like, where are you guys from? And he was just so personable.
It was nice.
Just,
nice
touch. That kind of service, that kind of warm hospitality.
I love it.
Southern hospitality.
I love it.
What a
Gotta
gentleman.
love it.
Yeah, it was really fun. just just hanging out with Liz and Joe, just having dinner with them. And
what did the Ryan said? Oh, Ryan is also a twin.
Yes.
And then you guys have that twin, and you're like, I'm a twin. And he's like, but his brother's name Brian, right?
Yeah, Brian. Yeah. Identical. They're like identical twins. So like at least with me, like me and my twin, like we're fraternal, Ryan. So it's like it's not identical. So I'm like, oh, I don't feel like it's weird.
Yeah,
but I just feel like she's like just my sister, but she's my twin. But with him, like Brian and Ryan, identical. That's just a lot. But
he said the restaurant is like, he's like, do you guys know Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, this is like the Obama
of chicken and waffles.
Yes. And you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna trust.
Yeah.
And it was everybody.
So good.
And we got leftovers over there, and I'm gonna stuff my face after this episode.
Yes.
In my robe, I'm gonna stuff my face with leftovers.
It's so good. And we got shrimp and grits. We got cornbread.
Highly recommend all of these. Oh yeah, go run them down to mango salad.
The mango salad, was with butter lettuce, and we got deviled eggs. Not Liz's favorite. Let's be honest.
Okay,
Liz's favorite,
so we got 4 of them.
We got 4 of them,
and they had a lot of filling. They swirled it up like a ice cream cone.
Yeah, like a soft serve. Like it was just so topped.
And then it had like fish eggs on top of it, on top, and like Debbie took one.
I just put it in my mouth.
Put the whole thing, like the filling was like 3 inches tall.
It's supposed to be like a finger food, right? So you're usually like a deviled egg. You usually like put the whole thing in your mouth, but it was like topped, heavy. But I was like, I'm still gonna put it in my mouth. Like,
I was like, how is it?
Like a hamster. Like, good.
I said, how is it? And you're like. Because it's still a mouthful if you cut it. I was like, you know what, guys? After I saw them eat it,
like hamsters.
Yeah, I cut it in half.
It was civilized.
It was a mouthful just having a quarter.
I know, it was so funny. But it was. I thought it was delicious.
Great ambiance.
It was great.
It's like low lighting, comfortable. Like. We had a nice seating area too. It was all cushioned, like round.
Yes.
Table
we
area.
had a nice corner. It was great. It was great, and we enjoyed our drinks. I got the Southern Peach, and that was with bourbon and white peach and Aperol and lemon. It was just great. Liz got the watermelon sling, tequila, watermelon, all that. We just had a great time, and on our way to Las Vegas, Liz saw this billboard sign for Omega Mart. Yeah. And Liz was like, what is that?
I was so drawn to it.
She's so drawn to it. And she Googled it and was like, oh, this is like an immersive experience. And we actually on a whim just bought tickets for it and went to it tonight. It was really cool. I mean, I don't give too much away, but
don't.
But it really is an immersive experience, and you just
Actually, you can't give it away because I took a bunch of
videos.
Yeah,
it's true. That's true.
I'm gonna piece it all together.
Yeah, it's true. You guys should try it and see it for yourself, but it's definitely just a whole bunch of different rooms.
It's
and
$55.
It's $55. It might sound a lot, but you could tell why they charged that. It was better than I went to the Vincent Van Gogh exhibit. Way better than Vincent Van Gogh immersive experience. It's way better. It was just many more rooms, and they put more texture and everything in it. While Vincent Van Gogh was just a projector on the screen, and that was it.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, no offense to people who enjoyed it, but I was just me and my friend who went, and she had tickets for it and everything. I was just
the value for the money.
Yeah, how much you paid for it.
Hard-earned cash.
And you're just this was okay. And I didn't want to say anything, but then when she said yeah, it's all right. I'm you're right. You're so right. I didn't want to say anything, but yes, I agree. I concur. It was just Vincent Van Gogh. But this whole Omega Mart, that was a trip. I really enjoyed it.
It's an experience just getting to it too. So you guys, and it's like right off the strip. Like, so that's why we had a wonderful dinner. We went with the flow, and after that, we went to the Omega Mart.
Yes,
and it was just like it was a really cool experience. Yeah, we did feel kind of full though because the food is kind of a little bit on the heavier side.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, I was starting to get the itis, like while walking, food coma, like walking,
food coma for sure,
walking through it and stuff. But it's really cool photo op.
Yes, and I mean, like it was like right when we entered, it's held in Area 15, like Area 51, but they switched the numbers Area 15, and it's just this huge building. And when you enter compound. It's huge compound. And when you enter the actual building, like it felt like a club. Like there's all black light and like all this like art and everything.
There's a lot of people going to it too. Everyone's like going.
There's like different rooms and different places. It wasn't just for Omega Mart. Omega Mart is like one of their part of it. Yeah. But there's other rooms and there's bars and like all this stuff. And it was a trip.
They had like some techno going.
Dun, dun, dun,
yeah. It was a little aggressive. I love techno. But like, you gotta pair it with, like as like a palette, like sweet and salty, or like you gotta balance things out. Like,
yeah.
It's just so like aggressive, aggressive.
Yeah,
you gotta put a little.
Oh my gosh, this one room I was not crazy about though in the Omega Mart.
The strobe one.
I was like,
she was getting dizzy.
I don't get epilepsy, but I'm like, if I would definitely get epilepsy from it. Like it was just like strobe lights, and it was just like It was like
you guys will see it in my video, but it's
such a headache.
If you can stand it though, it's a really interesting. What I got out of it was that it was kind of creepy in the beginning because every time the light flickers, your picture is taken.
Yes.
Like there's like cameras in the middle. I mean, like pointed at the center, and that's where everyone's at.
Yeah.
And so every time the strobe light goes on, it's like it feels like someone's taking a photo of you, and it's kind of intense, and it just goes. The rhythm of it goes faster and faster, but then there's a point where it like plays really like fun club music.
Yes, it's true.
Like tech house or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like it's kind of fun.
I was like, I don't know how long you can stay in this room. Like, I gotta get out. Like, my heart was pounding. Like, it was just like, I was like, why are people still in this room? I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. It was really intense, but Liz seemed to enjoy it. Liz and Joe. It was really fun, and like
there's some relaxing
moments.
There's
a lot of rooms.
There's something different around the corner.
Oh yeah.
It's
I'm surprised,
but it all starts in this mart called Omega Mart, and they have weird things in this Omega Mart which you can buy.
Yeah, you
can buy like stuff. Lettuce sandals.
Yeah,
that
was cool. I think that's probably one of the coolest ones.
Yeah, I like that one. You can go through like the refrigerator and be somewhere else.
Yes,
it's just a lot to look at.
Yeah, it really was a truly immersive experience.
Yeah,
that again, it's a fun thing to do when you're in Vegas, and it was great. I really enjoyed it. Again, on a whim, Liz just saw the billboard, and we're like, let's fucking do it, Liz. Purchase those tickets. Let's do it, man.
It was fun. It was spontaneous. If you guys can get a coupon for it, that's sweet too.
Yeah. So I'm, Liz is like keeping me cool, but like for Love is a Friend Festival, I'm a little like fucking terrified.
It was shady. Even, do you remember Joe Budden?
Yeah, Joe Budden. Yeah.
He has because I was looking up a couple of days ago, even like because I've been doing research since the day I agreed.
Yes.
To her, like. She asked me on my birthday last year in September.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, oh, but I know you don't want to go to Vegas because you have a bad relationship with Vegas. And she's like, I'll just ask Donna. And I'm like, yeah, you guys would totally have fun. Yeah. And I was like really supportive, right? So I'm like, I wiggled out of that one. Okay, I'm not going to Vegas.
You tried to wiggle out, but then I came back around.
Donna we have to talk about Donna's
event
too soon. But like, she agreed to go with you.
Yes,
and I was like,
yes.
you guys are gonna have so much fun. Da, da, da. And then she
fucking bailed.
She bailed
but
because she has to do it.
rightfully so.
Yeah.
Like I totally get it. Like it's not.
She has her
fault.
event.
She has an event
That falls next week, and she needs
this week.
lot.
Actually, it's
Yeah,
like
this
a whole week
this
event.
Week. Yeah, this week.
Yeah. So she couldn't make it, and so I'm like, Liz. She was asking me like, oh, why don't you ask this other person or ask this one?
I was like, ask your other friends.
But I want to bring
I choose you,
Liz.
I choose you,
Elizabeth Lee. I choose you to suffer with me. No. Honestly, though,
well, you didn't think it was gonna be the hottest week of the month.
It's crazy because in the beginning, I looked at the weather. I'm like, I was looking at the Las Vegas weather up to this point. I was like, 75, 80. Oh, okay, this is doable. And then it hits as soon as it hits Saturday, Sunday, the weekend we're going. It's like 100 degrees, like
102
or whatever, 102, whatever. I'm like, fuck. No, because I really don't do well in heat.
Yeah,
but
what
can I do? It's 112. It's Lauren Hill. Like I gotta.
Well, I was mentioning like as I was doing research.
Oh yes,
I follow them on Twitter. I follow them on Instagram.
Yes.
Follow them on Facebook to see like what the community is like. What are they saying about this?
Yeah.
Event. You know, what's the talk? And I've been to underground events. I've been to major events, like music festivals. And I've never seen the people attending so confused. Is this happening? Is this another fire festival? Watch out, Ja Rule's on the lineup. You know, like it's a scam.
No.
But I looked it up, and Joe Budden. I want to see what was released of recent.
Yes.
Not like 4 months ago, like recent.
Yeah.
And Joe Budden released something, and he was like him and his friends, and they have like almost 900,000. Over 900,000 followers.
Yeah.
They're talking about lovers and friends. And that's the title. Is Lovers and Friends a scam?
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
So he's sitting around with these friends, and he's looking at the lineup, and he was like, this is crazy. This is a crazy lineup. Like he agreed.
Yeah.
He's like, how in the world are they going to do this with 3 stages? Because at the time,
it was just 3
only had
stages.
3 stages.
Oh wow.
They changed it like last minute or something.
Oh wow.
And he's like, I just don't understand how like all these names are going to be playing on one day. He just couldn't wrap his head around it, and he was just saying like there's a lot of confusion online if this is going to happen or not. Like it was crazy. I had to even ask, like I never ask for help on Twitter. I went on Twitter asking people,
oh wow,
is this happening?
Oh,
and people
wow.
replied back. They're like,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
locals have witnessed that the event is being set up.
Oh wow.
And relayed it back to me. I was like, thank
you. Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. Like if you use Twitter in that way, it's really cool. Because
People you're gonna answer you.
Yeah,
That's so
super cool. So like that, I found out about that because I really I wanted us to have a good time.
Yeah, of course.
I wanted to be aware and stuff. But there's like people talking mad shit. They're like, what is up with this flyer, first of all? Like, is it created on Microsoft, like, 95 Windows? What is going on with this? This is like...
Oh, God. I mean, they could have done a better job, of course, like, graphic design-wise, but...
But what you hear about your friend... That your actor friend, right?
Yeah,
went on both days. He's going both days.
Yeah,
so he went
who
today.
knows? Who knows if he's going both days?
Yeah,
now.
he's like, fuck this.
He's like, I'm not going. Actually, Debbie's second day. I wouldn't be surprised. I just been like, I hit up another friend of mine is going, and he's just like, yeah, I have friends who went today or are going today and are at the place right now, and they're saying that it's like really disorganized and it's hot as fuck. I'm like, no, no. And then I'm looking at like the comments and like lovers and friends, the comments like on their pictures and stuff because they've been posting stuff, and they're like, The water they serve is hot.
Boiling
hot. There's no shade. It's hot. It's so hot. And da 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 da. And they're like stay home if you can. I'm like, oh no.
They said that. Stay home.
Somebody like save yourself or whatever. I'm like, fuck. No. But I'm like, these tickets are not cheap, And it's like, and I really want to go. I still want to go and see these artists,
Yeah,
no matter how hot it is. But
so we were thinking, because, okay, first of all, you guys, at the Encore, we got to say this. At the Encore, the pool is closed. The regular pool is closed at 5 p.m. What ridiculous bullshit is that, guys? I can't
believe that. Like,
fucking bullshit. They heard everyone after 5 to Encore Beach Club. Like, what the fuck? You're gonna herd like even old people and children to Encore Beach Club?
I think it's so ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. That is the dumbest thing I've ever like I'm enjoying myself. Like, honestly, I told Debbie, like, I'm really glad that you made me face my resentment towards Las Vegas. I'm here as a tourist, like, I'm not driving here to rush over to see a client, what I mean? It's just like so relaxed, and we've been just laughing so much.
Yes.
And just like it's just been a smooth
It's been a great time and it's been good, and like, but a part of me was just like, damn, like I feel bad a little bit because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so hot, and I've dragged Liz to this thing, but Liz is like, we're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this
because I was just like, oh, maybe we can go later in the day, right? But then we're just like,
and go to the pool,
and maybe go later in the day. But they were like, oh fuck, 112 is going on at 2:30, and I love 112.
We got you.
That
was one of your big reasons
people I want to
get
go.
this.
Yeah, totally. So I mean, if we go early and we go and we see 112, I'll be happy. Like, and if it's super hot after, like, we could just leave for a little bit and come back. Like, if it's that bad,
Yeah. Well, day one, no one could do. They didn't allow re-entry, but since everyone was complaining and it was sizzling, people were cooking. They were being
Liz, I don't want to scare you, but like people were like passing. They say that there's people passing out from the heat. And there's like this one woman's like, I saw a girl. She was in the AC bus and she passed out, and they were giving her CPR. I pray for her.
No, I'm used to that. I went to Coachella one time.
Oh yeah.
And like it was ridiculous. Coachella's been around a long time, and I really kind of like look down on their medical team, which is really weird because so this guy, he had a stroke?
Oh, heat stroke?
No, not a heat stroke.
Okay. Just stroke.
Like
epilepsy?
Epilepsy or something?
Yeah.
Like he was like
seizure.
He had a seizure. Okay, he had a seizure and he fell hard on his face. Right in front of me. And he was like his nose was bleeding. And he was like doing this. And then I was like, where are the medics? Because usually if you go to like other music festivals, the medics come right away.
Oh, yeah.
This one, I was like, medic, where's the fuck? Like, I even had to scream because I was like, this is ridiculous. Where's your fucking people?
Yeah.
And the security guards were just like looking at the guy, like seizing up. I'm like,
call
call your fucking medic, you idiot. I was like, call your medic now. This guy needs a medic. So I've seen people pass out. Like, Joseph's seen people like shanked.
Oh,
with their with intestines out.
He got shanked. Man, like, jeez, he's Josephing shit.
He's seen some shit, and he also saved this episode. Our Mooncakes first episode on the road. We almost gave up, guys. I was like, you know what, guys?
Like, it's just not meant to be.
Yeah, it's not meant to be. We learned our lesson. We should always bring backups for
but
reporters.
I just never thought, like, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It hasn't failed. But you know what? We've been using and the slots in and out. Like, who knows? It's served us well, but so it just shows me, like,
maybe we can just keep the memory card in, and I can use the other port. Remember?
Okay.
I'll try to do that.
Okay.
Instead,
see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't want to mess with it. I have a recorder too.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Oh, but again, back to I was saying, Debbie, you're taking me into hip hop.
Hip hop hell.
Hip hop and R&B hell.
Like, I'm just like, oh man.
Because Debbie, I'm concerned because I've been, you know, I've had experience going to like crazy festivals and stuff like, you know, I've dealt with the heat and stuff like that. But Debbie,
my fair skin,
she's delicate.
My fair, delicate skin. I turn really pink when I get hot. So
yeah, so
like,
I'm concerned.
Concerned for sure.
But I said I will be intoxicated. Yes, indeed, I will be intoxicated. But I am very well aware in these kind of situations.
We have to look out for each other for sure and make sure like if it gets bad, like we just gotta call it and just go, you know, like and just come back later in the day or whatever, you know, if we can. But it's just not. Like, at the end of the day, like, yes, I want to see all these artists, but it's also not worth my life.
No,
like,
it's
my
not
health,
worth your
my
life.
safety, you know?
Yeah. But I'm glad you feel more secure that I'm not being scared away with these things. Like, people passing out.
No.
It's like,
Liz is keeping me grounded.
It's the usual.
It's the usual.
But when I heard it was that particular spot.
Yeah.
That worried me. And on top of that, when you first told me, like, oh, Lovers and Friends May I was like, where? And I was like, she's like, Vegas. And I was like, fuck. No, I'm not fucking doing that. But for you, Debbie, I will.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
Because I'm having a great time. Like, honestly, now I see why people flock to Vegas. You know, it's not my number one first destination to pick. I'm like a coastal girl. Like, I love coastal things and stuff.
Near the breeze.
Yeah, like it's just easier.
But you know, Vegas
has its thing. It has its thing.
Yeah, it has a place for. I mean, there's like a thing for everyone to do, and it's fun. It's fun for sure, and like regardless of what happens tomorrow, like. I know, like, I'm with you. I'm going to have a good time.
We're going to have a good time.
And we're going to look out for each other. Yeah. And, like, again, if it gets bad, like, we fucking adults, like, we're just going to bounce. And we're bounce. And hopefully we can come back later in the day.
Yeah.
But.
Debbie, we did Six Flags in the middle.
Yeah, I know. We did Six Flags.
I mean, you could have passed out then.
Yes, that's true.
And that was like 100. And, I mean, that was also like 15 years ago.
Yes, true.
Or like 17 years ago.
Young troopers then, you know, young and hot.
But you were also like smaller.
Yeah, that's true.
You were like all around
all around small. Yes, I was a scrawny.
You were like 70
pounds.
pounds.
I was bones for sure. Yeah. So we'll see what happens in Lovers and Friends tomorrow. I really hope from today they're gonna like listen to all these people complain. And, like, provide something, you know, or like I don't know.
You know what? It would have been okay. Like, I love going into like air conditioning warehouses, or they could have done this.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's a good time like to throw these things is like not in spring or summer, like fall time, where it's just like there is beautiful weather here in Vegas.
Yeah.
There are times where it's just like perfect. It's like perfect weather, and it's nice, but it's just like, why do they have to put? It's probably because the Billboard Awards are happening now, so the scheduling, like people,
there's a lot of scheduling issues and stuff like that for sure. I'm sure. Yeah, you know,
part of the experience. We're gonna take
part of the experience.
We'll suffer together.
We'll
laugh together. We'll dance together.
Yeah, I'm just like hoping the best, but also scared a little bit. But you know what? My expectations are so low now. It's like, all right, it can only go up. I hope
it can only go upwards.
It can only go upwards. I mean, I'm already preparing for the worst. You know,
so we're like, hydrating. We're drinking our emergents, or like all
hydration,
of our
electrolytes, all that. So we are, you know, making sure we take care of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, again, if it gets too hot, we just get out. We just get out of there.
Check out our video, because I'm definitely going to take video. And, dude, like, people from Lovers and Friends, like, get your shit together. I mean, like...
Yeah.
you can't have even just having one person pass out from heat is like
it's
crazy.
bad.
Like, where is your shade, dude? There's tons of ways you can make
Just
shade
have
now.
pop-ups, yeah, you know, it's just, or allow people to bring umbrellas.
Yeah, like it
That's
a lot of things. There's a lot of things that's not allowed. Even a blanket to sit on is not allowed. It's like crazy. Like, what are people doing? What are people sitting on? Like asphalt?
I don't know.
The hot asphalt. You know you can cook egg on that asphalt.
Yes,
like,
yes.
If it's
Especially at the
102.
yes, you can definitely cook an egg on that.
Do you know it's
So yeah, definitely wearing shoes.
Yeah, Debbie was gonna
I was gonna wear sandals, but Liz's like, no, you gotta, homegirl, you gotta wear shoes.
No, your little hamster feet. No, they would all like cracked, fucked up and bleeding.
Oh my
like,
gosh, yeah.
No,
I got like a safari hat, like, you know, a bucket hat kind of thing, safari hat, and like, you know, I'm looking for that hot boiled water that they have for free. Like, I'm just gonna buy some fucking water if it's too unbearably hot, you know.
Yeah, and ask them for a cup of ice.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
I'm just again, I'm ready. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, like we were even supposed to like meet up with my younger brother, my little big brother
Tonight.
He's here, but you know what? We said to get ready for tomorrow. We're gonna get a good
mentally,
night's sleep.
Emotionally, mentally, psychologically, you know, physically, spiritually prepared for tomorrow. But like, I really like hope, like, I get to see the artists I want to see, and still make it all worth it, you know. But we'll see. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just the weather. You know, you can't these things. You can predict, but like, still, it's just. Yeah, just Las Vegas heat, you know?
This reminds me of, there's this one show, sci-fi show that I watched on freaking Apple TV. Mm-hmm. And like, there's this planet where it's like the pilgrimage for this religion, this specific religion, right? Uh-huh. And what these followers do, they go through this trail in the desert. Uh-huh. And that's how they like, you know, kind of relates to our reality. Like, you know, people suffer in order to feel closer to God.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And this is our time of the year.
This is our tribulation, you know? This
closer to God.
This is just burn.
And then have people like entertain us while we burn.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm just, the heat I just don't do well in. But again, we you know, R&B, hip hop, early 2000, like it's a crazy lineup.
There's like Cisco, there's like T-Pain, Twista, like
Ludacris, Usher,
Timbaland, Brandy. Yeah. It's just like the list goes on. Keith Sweat, freaking
Ja Rule, Ashanti,
SWV, Escape, like it's
Neo,
Jodeci. Donnell Jones.
Yeah,
like
it's quite a lineup. But yeah, it's I'm excited, terrified.
Yeah.
but excited because like you're here with me, Liz.
You got your homie here.
I got you, Liz. You got me.
I got you. Well, it's good to know that I can carry you.
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
But honestly, if it gets too hot, we're just gonna fuck it and just go to the pool. Yeah. Just go to pool for a little bit, cool off, and then come back. You know, I think that's a good game plan.
Honestly, even like today, I had my makeup on and we haven't been in Vegas that long. Like my makeup melted off my face, honestly.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the night, like it was like almost gone.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine what it's gonna be like tomorrow.
Yes, you're right.
Just going really light.
Really light. You're right.
And just eyebrows. Well, not your eyebrows because you have nice eyebrows.
Yeah, eyebrows.
You have dark enough, thick eyebrows.
Yeah.
Mine, it's like.
On the thin side.
You don't have eyebrows.
Is it because you plucked them, or when you're younger, or is it always?
I always had thin eyebrows, but then I
okay.
plucked it and I made it worse.
Nah.
And now I always have to draw it in.
I've
always thought about maybe getting microbladed.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking, but then I'm like, what if they fuck up?
That can happen too.
Yeah, and it's expensive. It's like for a good person, it's like $700.
Easily.
I found a girl next to Donna's place.
Oh, okay.
That does amazing work.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I was thinking about. Let's talk about Donna's event.
Donna's event, and the reason why that hoe ditched me and just decided to bail out on me is because she has this event. And yeah, it's for Santa Barbara, Taste of Santa Barbara. It's a week-long event from I want to say starting Monday, to this Monday to Sunday. This whole week, it's like they have a restaurant week where you can try prefix menus and like try different foods and everything. They have people talk about like having like speeches about like sustainability. They have like this whole thing.
And it's all produced by Julia Child Foundation, right?
Yes, Julia Child Foundation is the one that's like running it, and my sister Donna is the one, the executive director, who's actually like spearheading the whole events, like all of them, and like getting like the people to come and like sponsors and everything, and like it's a huge ordeal. And she's doing it.
She's trying to make it more
approachable and like not so stuffy.
It was kind of like a certain group.
Yeah, a certain elite group would attend.
Now it's like more open to students and people of different like diversity.
People who just like into food. You know, she really wants people into
make
food.
It more modern.
Yes, and just for the general public to attend.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, she's doing all that. I want to say Friday is a screening of Julia, the documentary. There's like, if you go to Taste of Santa Barbara, we'll put it in we'll try to put the links. There's like different tickets for different events. And one of them is a Julia Child like documentary and then you have a Q&A with the directors. And
if this is the documentary that I'm thinking of, is it? Because I just watched one and it was superb.
It could be.
It was so good. It was really. I
want to say it's
with
on
a bunch
HBO.
of different chefs in it too.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a documentary about Julia Child. And honestly, guys, like if you guys haven't checked out, if you guys like cooking and like history of cooking, like Julia Child, like I knew she was a big like role model in it and stuff. But I just didn't know her very well. And this does, it's not completely 100%, but a lot of it is taken from events that really happened and all the most of the characters and stuff like that.
Got it.
And it just brings Julia to life. Like how she was, how she thought, you know, where did she come from? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And I love it because I found out that she actually comes from a family of like they were really rich. But she actually wanted to marry someone she loved. Didn't matter where they came from, what background, and she wanted to just live a happy life. Not about like marrying for money and stuff. She was supposed to marry someone really famous, like a really rich family son. But yeah, like she was all about just enjoying life.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that about her. Yeah,
and it wasn't easy for her. Like honestly, as a woman, back then, you know, that was like the beginning of TV starting. And
especially in the world of chefs. Like it was a man's world.
Yeah, it was a man's world. You know?
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, she definitely made her mark. And it's just amazing, like even after all this time that's passed, since she's passed, she's still, her legacy still lives on, and they have this foundation that helps preserve her legacy, and it's so great that my sister's like a part of that and doing her thing, and we're all really proud of her, and
so proud.
Yeah, you guys should definitely check out.
Way to go, Donna!
Way to go, Donna! And you guys should all check out Taste of Santa Barbara.
I'm going Sunday. That's the wine tasting.
Yeah, I'm going Sunday as well. There's a wine tasting at El Presidio.
Donna's like, I hope you don't get drunk. Careful, you don't get drunk. I was like.
Wine and cheese, come on.
I didn't think they were going to give you that much, but she's like, if you get 15 or 10 tastings, like
that's it.
Like you might get buzzed.
Fucked up.
And she did recommend either Brothy's afterwards or the Santa Barbara Seafood Company, which is on the harbor. She said it's really delicious, like fresh seafood in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
You guys should check it out.
Yeah, you guys should definitely check it out because you might see me and Liz there. So
Yeah, cool date idea or just like a cool event to go. It's in a cool venue too. Like when she showed us like Instagram story, it was really cool. Like it's like there's an old church.
Yeah.
And like
and
the venue's
courtyard.
very rustic. Courtyard or something like that.
Yes.
Really nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We have some friends that are going, so it's gonna be a good time. And no, we're really excited about that. And everything. She's been putting so much time and effort into this, so we really appreciate if you guys would check it out and everything, and that'd be
help support
a Mooncake sister.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah. So tomorrow, Liz, who are you excited to see?
So many. Let's say I do want to see Lauryn Hill, of course. I think Fat Joe because he's just been in the game.
Yeah.
And he's just a fun energy, you know. And he's like rubbed shoulders with legends like a Big Pun and stuff.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, that kind of swagger is undeniable.
Yeah.
Like
lean back.
Yeah,
lean back.
But Big Pun, he's like the bigger guy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And it's just like undeniable, like great rapping and stuff like that. So it's really cool to see like Fat Joe still going.
Was this his group Terror Squad? Is that what is it? Terror Squad.
Yeah, Terror Squad.
Terror Squad. Yes.
I'm really excited to see Ashanti because she hasn't been singing, right?
Oh yeah, last time she sang, she was like on Biggest Loser. Remember, she was singing she was like one of the performers for Biggest Loser. They had her
really
sing. Yeah, I think so.
That's so weird. That's so
like
out of place. Like, who made that deal? Like,
I'm pretty sure Shanti was singing like, on the Biggest Loser. Like she was a performance on there. Yeah, I think it was just a random act.
So weird. Well,
but girls gotta make that money.
Yeah, you gotta make that money. Lil Kim.
Oh, Lil Kim.
Who else is Lil Jon, Usher, Ludacris.
Yes.
I really would like to see Twista because I think he's which I enjoyed his work, but he's also in the Guinness World Record of fastest rapper.
Oh, so I'm actually not surprised. He's really fast.
I really want to see Next.
Oh, Next.
SWV.
Okay, yes.
I feel like I need some.
I get so weak.
I need some female like healing.
Yeah,
like,
it's female energy, some female vocals.
I love the harmonization.
Yes.
I just want to see how good they are, how tight they are.
Yeah.
Who else? There's so many. I still want to see Juvenile, Yin Yang Twins.
Okay.
Yeah, Donnell Jones for sure because. We got reminded. Well, we always knew he was good, but it was like a reminder of how good he is. So many. I mean, like I guess all of them.
There's some that we were not like too familiar with, but like I mean, I'm familiar
like
with
Locks.
The Locks. And he played the song, but
I recognized it.
I recognized it.
It's like an old '90s track.
Some people I'm not too crazy, like Too Short. Not too crazy about him.
Yeah, not too. I mean, like I liked it when I was younger, but now it's like
that's a little too intense.
Yeah, too intense for me.
But yeah, I'm excited. Like, and we'll see how it goes.
We're gonna survive, and yes,
we will survive.
I am making a video on our whole entire trip. Well, as much as I could. Okay?
Yeah. We're gonna make videos.
I only got 3 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah. We're gonna do videos for sure, so you guys can see for yourself how Lovers and Friends Festival 2022 is for reals.
I mean, at least it's happening.
Yeah.
We didn't even know if it was.
Yeah. I didn't know it was legit.
A scam.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna happen at all, but. It's happening, and maybe people are passing out, but at least it's happening. Like the festivals, we're here in Vegas. We're at the Encore, and it's fun. It's like I haven't been to Vegas for years, so this is like
how long has it been? Years.
Years, yeah.
How long is years?
I mean, before COVID, I haven't.
Before COVID,
yeah, and even then, like I don't remember
so
last
time. 2 years.
I don't even remember like the last time I was
here.
Were you
here in your? late 20s?
Late 20s for sure. Gosh, I'm 35 now. I don't remember last time I was in Vegas. I can't recall like when the last time I was here, and like for what reason. Like
partying,
I guess. But like I'm like,
Partying
who was I
and
with,
drinking?
and like what, like I usually was here when you were here.
Yeah. You guys
and
came
like
to visit.
yeah, visit a lot. Like I fondest memory with Liz, like going to Vegas with Liz in our 20s and like
oh my god,
getting free drinks, free food.
They would all come sleep because I had like no furniture basically.
We would all
in my
sleep just like
apartment.
sprawl everywhere.
In my $700 apartment,
It was
and they would
perfect.
come. Yeah, and then Joseph would like cook for us while we got ready, and then he would drive us.
Yes, he would drive us and drop us off. No, it was such good times. Like it was just like so fun. I still remember like I think me and like Way or something, like we like woke up early and everyone was still asleep. I'm like, are you hungry? Like I'm hungry. Like let's go to Taco Bell or something. Like we ended up going to like some fast food place or something. Like just me and her. Yeah, no, it was
You
good
guys
times.
are snack buddies.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, like that's who you can count on. This snack.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
me, I would probably always like try to starve myself. Or Dang, Joseph! Doesn't Joseph like in the mirror? It looks like a woman.
He does look like a lady.
He looks like a Korean woman.
A Korean woman. our Joseph. Yeah, so
We love you. You
we
made this
do.
happen.
You made this happen, Joseph. He made this happen.
You look so clean. You look so like. How was the shower? You look happy.
it was a nice shower.
Yeah. The great thing about hotels is unlimited hot water.
Unlimited. Oh yes.
And
yes.
I'm trying to get her in a bath before we leave.
Oh yeah,
on Monday.
Probably
Just a
tomorrow
hot
night.
soak.
Maybe tomorrow night. I might be like so tired.
Just
But I probably don't
soak
want
her.
any. I probably don't want anything hot. Like Liz, a cold bath, ice cold bath, please, Elizabeth.
Too cold.
Too cold.
My lips are turning blue.
Oh god,
Like it did when I was younger in the beach.
at the beach. Yes. Yeah. No. It's
But it's a good soak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you tell me you don't usually take baths at home.
Nah. Yeah. I don't really
This
go in
is
the
such a
bathtub.
nice-
It's a nice bathtub.
and
It
it's
is.
I got sea salt and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
with essential oils like bergamot and
Bergamot. Yeah.
Mm.
No, I'm excited to take a bath. I guess we get to take a little break.
Oh, I'll take a break.
Yes, we're gonna take a little break and we'll be right back.
Be right back.
We are back
We are back. Oh, what I wanted to tell you from my notes.
from your
It's
notes.
reminding me
Uh-huh.
that my brother had a friend that he went to the gym very often with, like every day religiously.
Mhm.
They were close, and this guy, I think he said that he had twins or something like that.
Oh,
And like, come on, even Joshua having with one baby is like
yes.
so overwhelming.
It's-
right?
yes.
And I think he did his daddy duties and
Yeah.
became a dad, and he no longer had as much time for the gym, and so they kind of fell out for
Yeah.
like 3 years or something.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then like all of a sudden out of nowhere he contacts Joshua,
Oh.
and he was like, "Hey, is this your sister? Did she do mooncakes?" Like, yeah, trippy. And he was like, "Yeah." Like I forgot if he said he enjoyed it, but he said he listened.
That motherfucker. You better enjoy it. That's gay.
But like we're
The fact that he actually found us.
yeah
Wow.
yeah, and then like reconnected them too.
Oh.
I don't know if my brother's like hanging out with him, but like
Yeah.
whoever, if you're listening, I don't want to say your name because of course I didn't get your permission, but like, yeah, I'm really thank you for listening.
Yeah. Wait.
know?
He actually talked to your brother. He's like, does your sister do mooncakes? Like,
Yeah, is your
he
sister part of
stumbled
Mooncakes?
upon our podcast.
Yeah.
How?
And he like put one and one together that I'm his sister. Like,
Oh, wow.
Maybe from the episode Joshua was on.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Like I
okay.
don't know. But
Yeah.
like it's like Mooncakes is circulating.
What?
Yeah, it's
That's
so
a trip.
trippy.
That's
yeah.
such a trip. I love it.
Yeah, it's and I've been wanting to tell you, but it's been like like months.
Months. Okay.
I've been wanting to tell you this for such a long time and like get your reaction. And
That's
stuff like
awesome.
that.
That's so cool.
It's so neat that they like, you know,
put two and two together.
Yeah, that he reached out to Joshua.
Yeah,
because he's like, oh, Mooncakes. Yeah, listen to it. And Joshua was like really impressed. He was like, damn, Liz, like you guys are doing shit. Like
Aww.
you guys like it's happening, you know? Like
that's so awesome.
I mean, this was we never thought of Mooncakes as like what can I say? Like I we wanted to have fun with this
We wanted
project,
to have fun.
okay?
It was like a time in our life when the height of the pandemic, you know, like things were getting like, even like before the pandemic, we were just like,
we weren't like talking. We were getting reacquainted with one another.
Yes,
again,
yes,
because
yes.
like, you know, we both lived our lives, and it's like, you know, we were figuring shit out and stuff. But we always knew when we were apart for those years, like that we both miss each other.
Of course.
You know, like we've gone through so much. We've
gone through a lot in our younger days, but like any time that we didn't speak, or even there's a moment where she thought we weren't going to be friends anymore, I always knew that we were going to still be friends. Like because to me, whatever it was that we fought about or whatever it was, like it wasn't a big deal. Like it was not a big deal, like enough to break a friendship. Like it's not like she like I fucked her man or something.
Yeah,
like, it was like
no,
nothing like inconceivable, like so not like forgivable and stuff like that. No, it's just like I just know like Liz was going through her thing, and like I've gone through my things, and she's always been patient with me. So it's like it was time for me to be patient with her and let her understand like whatever she needed to process to go through her feelings of whatever she was going through at that time that I can't even understand, that I'll never understand because I'm not you.
Yeah.
But that's why, but I always held on to the fact that like, you know, if you guys this is your first time hearing our episode, like me and Liz and listening on Mooncakes podcast, like you know, first of all, month of May is, you know, Mental Health Awareness Month and
Asian American
and Asian API.
Yeah.
Heritage Month, and so
which is cool.
And I am diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and I've been diagnosed for like it's been since I was 23, and now I'm 35. So, oh my gosh, 12 years now. I'm counting. Wow,
she's the weed.
Fuck. Okay. Anyways, it's been a long time.
You're a veteran.
I'm a veteran now, and I just know that like Liz was there for me through my dark times, through all the shit I've been through.
And I didn't have a lot of experience in like mental, like I knew
nobody did. Not
to the degree it is today.
Not the degree it is today.
Now it's like you can get a TikTok on bipolar. Like it's out there.
Everyone's talking about it. It's definitely a lot more. People are talking about it more. But like growing up, like it definitely wasn't as talked about as much.
Yeah.
Especially bipolar. Like what people think of bipolar, they think of like hot and cold. They're like, ooh, she's bipolar or he's bipolar. Like they're just like unpredictable and they can just blow up at any time.
Pop off anytime.
But like no, like my experience of bipolar, it was like it's just so different. But you know, I you know, not like willingly, but like my friends and family had to be pulled along that journey with me because they're, you know, associated with me, and so they had to see me go through my struggle, and you know, I've said things, I've done things that I'm not proud about when I was manic or like having a breakdown, and
you were like a naughty cartoon character.
Yeah,
you were such a naughty.
I was mischievous. I got shit, man.
I've
been arrested. I've been like, one time I got arrested, but that was because I thought I was God. And you know, long story short, that was another episode. But if you want to listen, we'll let you know. Like it was one of those episodes I thought I was God.
Listen to all of us.
Listen to the episode.
Like while you're driving.
While you're driving, but it's like, you know, I definitely talk about it. But yeah, you know, I got it. You know, I've been arrested.
She's like,
I gotta, you know, I just, but like, shit's happened to me. But yeah, I've been in the mental hospital. I've done all these things, and like, I'm not like proud about it, but I'm not gonna be ashamed about it either, because it's also like, the reason why I'm telling you, to these listeners and everyone, is to show you like you can fall very far and fall down very hard and even break to the point of breaking down and still survive it all.
Pressure makes diamonds.
Pressure makes diamonds. Yeah, no, and still survive it all. And like the only thing that really like you feel like you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so humiliated. It's just your ego. It's just your ego that dies, really. That like is humiliated and it feels like you want to die. It's just your ego and your pride.
Yeah.
But once you like all that goes out the window,
it doesn't matter.
It fucking doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. The past is just a story you tell yourself. And you can let that story dictate the way you live your life now, or you can let that story empower you and also like strengthen you and just be like, you know what, I've come a long way.
Yeah.
Even though there's moments where I feel like, I'm like, I haven't come far enough.
Of course.
But then I just need to like respect the fact that like, no, it's been like, you know, it's been a while since I've had a breakdown. It's been a while since I've had those moments of like not wanting to live and like those dark moments, you know, like I'm in the light right now, and I need to appreciate that. I need to appreciate that those moments.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here with my good friend Liz, and like we're in Vegas, and we're gonna see Lovers and Friends tomorrow. Like, regardless of how motherfucking hot it's gonna be. It's like a lot of people don't have that privilege, don't have that opportunity,
and it's an experience.
Yeah.
You just got to be open to it, enjoy it, and just see what comes out of it. Because, like, you know, even in my life, I've tried to control things like so much, and just like, no, Debbie, I can't go because I haven't made this much money. You know what I mean? Like, no, I can't. No, I'm learning more, just like going with the flow of everything, and just being open to things. You know, yeah, there might be blockages where like I might be resistant a little bit, but then like I'm becoming more and more aware and taking less time to be aware of just going with the flow. Like today was a perfect example of just going with the flow. Totally. And like they said that we had to wait an hour for the restaurant.
Yeah, for the restaurant.
And we were kind of concerned about, you know,
timing wise
with the attraction that we're going to, Omega Mart, that we talked about in the beginning of the podcast. But like everything, you know what? I was like, Debbie, you picked this place. It looks great.
Let's try it.
Let's get on the waiting list. And they're like, oh, it's going to take an hour. I timed it. It only took 23 minutes.
Yeah. And it all worked out. This is the perfect timing. Like by the time we were done with dinner and by the time we walked over and drove over to the place, it was exactly like perfect timing. Like if we really did take an hour, we'd probably like we really pushing it.
Like we would have wasted time if I was like, Debbie, I don't want to wait. Like, you know what I mean? That would be so dumb. And like resistant.
Yeah.
Not going with the flow.
No, we trusted it. And
we trusted each other.
Do it. Yeah. And we'll figure it out. And we did. And tomorrow's gonna be the same thing. Like we're just gonna like do the best we can in the sun, and like at any point it feels a little too hot or it's a little too much. Yeah. We just back out. We just bow out, and we just like, you know, we just we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it. Be like water.
Be like water.
Evaporating water.
Evaporating water on the hot asphalt.
At the hip hop and R&B hell. That's what they should make it. Because they put like butterflies and stuff on the
butterflies are just on fire. They're just like in flame.
Where are the butterflies? Okay, where are the damn butterflies? This is not Bellagio. This is not Bellagio. Springtime.
We're next to Circus.
Yeah, like there's, I mean,
no,
there's gonna be no butterflies.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be burnt to death, but it's gonna be, you know, again, we're gonna make the best of it, and hopefully get to see the artists that I want to see.
And I'll be tripping. I'm gonna be tripping.
Liz is gonna be tripping.
But I handle myself. I handle myself way better than when drinking. I get real sloppy. I'm sloppy.
Well, I think alcohol really affects like you really. I mean, anyone really hard. You know, like it really like
impairs,
disorientates you and impaired. Yeah, is it impaired?
Well, I like just black out.
Yeah.
Like my body is on autopilot. I have no idea what it's doing.
Yeah,
I have no idea what entity has control over my body at that moment.
Yes.
It's just like
the Korean Han,
It's the Korean Han. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's hard for you to say no to people, right? When they're like, Liz, take a shot.
No, I want it.
You want? Oh, you just want to drink the shot.
I want to drink it.
Oh,
like I'm just like a part of me is just like light it all on fire, Liz. Light it all on fire. Douse it with fuel and burn it.
Oh my god!
Burn it like there's no tomorrow.
Oh my gosh!
Nothing matters,
Nothing matters.
But I appreciate wine. I love the complexity and the simplicities of wines and all that stuff.
Okay, yes.
I can appreciate a gorgeous cocktail because we had one. Like I'm a fan of Mai Tai.
Mai Tais. I'm a fan.
Bloody Marys. I love.
Oh yeah.
You know, I have an appreciation for alcohol, but I just know that like if it catches me off the wrong moment, like I'll go deep into it and I'll drink until I black out.
Yeah, man.
Like, what happened?
What happened?
Oh, Debbie has a great story.
Oh, yes.
Debbie has
my
a great
story.
Debbie never gets drunk.
I don't really get drunk these days. Ever. It's been a while. Recently, I guess I got a little drunk, but that's another story. No, like, I got drunk, like, enough to, like, just hook up with somebody.
Okay.
But I was like, that's just, like, not a big deal. But I wasn't get wasted. I never got wasted.
Yeah.
But the time I got so wasted was when I was years ago when I was in Hong Kong with my twin, and we're visiting my family and my everything.
I like the location.
Yeah,
it was Hong Kong.
Hong Kong.
And is it summertime?
You
gotta paint it.
Usually it's summertime, but I think this was wintertime. I want to say this is during the fall or something like that. Yeah. Usually it's summertime, but I think this time is winter. Anyways, so we meet up with my cousin, me and my twin. We meet up with my cousin on this famous street that's known for like bars and stuff like that, and like all the all the Americans like to go there too to drink, and Westerners at least. And we go grab a drink, and I'm like, okay, like I could drink this. I could drink like a screwdriver, And it's not okay. And then my
screwdriver is vodka,
orange juice.
Orange juice and vodka. Yeah.
So I was like, okay,
yeah,
that's
cool.
That's cool. So I'm feeling good and everything, and I have a good drink.
And you're with your cousin.
And my cousin, we're feeling good.
You guys.
So my cousin was like, hey, there's a club that. Like, my friend has a table, and, like, you need to get a key to get into the club. Like, you need, like, a special VIP. Members only kind of thing. And he has a table and stuff like that, and, like, getting drinks. I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. Like, let's do this. So me and my twin would go with my cousin. As soon as we land, sure enough, they hand us champagne. And I'm like, ooh, okay, champagne. Like, and I drink some champagne. So, like, again, I have some vodka in me. Now I got some champagne, some bubbly.
Did you eat that night?
Not that much.
Yeah,
not that much.
That's one of the big culprits. Yeah,
yes.
That's one of the big culprits.
So I'm wasted at this point. Like, just whoa, I can barely like look straight, and I get separated by my twin and my cousin, and I'm at near the bar.
Is it bumping in the club?
It's bumping in the club. There's a lot of people.
Like, what kind of music are they playing?
I don't even remember. I'm sure it was like hip hop or maybe
was it a little bit more tempo uppy?
Maybe tempo uppy.
Okay.
I don't think it was hip hop. It was
because like Hong Kong. I'm thinking like
electronic.
Electronic.
Yeah, maybe electronic.
A little bit more back because
yeah. I think so too.
Especially at like 5 years ago or something. How long did you say?
It was years ago.
10 years ago.
Maybe a little less than 10. 8. Maybe 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Sure. Yeah, that's like electronic was coming in. Hard.
Yeah. So
Hard.
I was wasted, and I had the champagne glass still in my hand, and for some reason I either drop it or it slips out of my hand. It shatters on the floor, like there's glass everywhere, and I actually pick it up, and I actually pick up the glass, broken glass. Luckily I didn't cut myself, and I'm like,
you're careful drunk.
And I'm careful drunk. I'm a considerate drunk. I felt really bad. I felt really bad. I was like, and like nobody was really looking, and so I just go to the bar. I'm like, I'm so sorry, and I just like put the glass, like broken glass, on like the bar, and I just like walk away. And I'm sure like girls are just like looking at me like, what the fuck? Like, what is this girl doing? And I go to the restroom, and I'm just like so tired. I go to the restroom, and I'm like, I think I'm kind of tired and stuff like that. And I just hear Donna like, Debbie? 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 I'm like, what, Donna? I'm here. And I come out. She's like, oh my God, where have you been? I'm like, I'm so wasted.
Wait, when things started spinning?
Started spinning.
Oh, that's the worst.
The spins.
That's the
and
worst.
So we get into a taxi. Luckily, my sister finds like a empty chip bag. And like she's like the
what size?
It's kind of
The
a small
smaller
size,
one?
yeah. But it was enough for me to like
I feel like you would only throw up a little bit.
yeah. It wasn't
like
too bad.
I could not see you like projecting like
I
tons of.
I think I was throwing up where it was like nothing was really coming out. It was just saliva only. You know,
Yeah.
it was like, bleh, bleh,
Yeah.
you know, it was just like it was so bad.
That's exactly if we were on a game show and they're like, which one of these sound like Debbie? dry heaving, you know, or like vomiting great tons. You know,
Yeah.
I would be like, definitely dry heaving.
Dry heaving,
Yeah,
exactly.
That's Debbie.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, I totally passed out. And we're back at our hotel room wherever we're staying, and like I wake up, like I had no underwear on. My tampon string is just hanging out, and I'm just at the bathroom. Like, what the fuck happened? And I was just like, oh man, just such a mess. And like, luckily, like none of my friends none of my close friends ever saw this or will ever see it. But that was like the only time I got like so wasted, like just humiliating. But no one to humiliate in front of. Like nobody knows me.
Yeah,
I will never see it. And luckily, my cousins didn't see me either, so it's good. So I kept it classy, kept it cool, but yeah,
How
that was
many
rough.
flutes of champagne do you think you drank?
I only think I had one or two at most, maybe.
Really?
But it was that maybe like I had that liquor beforehand, you know,
Because of the
and the bubbly alcohol afterwards. Just like really got to me, really went to my head.
Yeah.
Champagne,
Bubbles
and
go
vodka.
to your head. I mean, like, we've told this story before, but like, there was a all you can drink champagne at one of these clubs at the Hard Rock. I think. And it was a happening club at the time.
Yeah.
And they're like, ladies, all you can drink champagne. Get there by 10 o'clock or something. You drink all the champagne. And of course, you know, the girls that have come, I've been working my ass off, so I just want to blow off some steam. And the Korean hon came out. It made out with other boys.
Yes.
It was so bad. When I hear that, I always try every day to be better for Joseph because I've done shit like that before. It's just like, let's get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
You have a man that loves you. Why are you so irresponsible and dishonoring this? You know, like I really try as a person to be better.
Yeah. And we see you make out with it like, Liz, like,
damn it, Liz,
that guy's not even hot. Why are you doing? Like, why?
I have no control.
Like, we have free drinks. We got free champagne. No need. There's no need. But I think it's also like you just, you know, you're in the club, you feel desired and like. And you're drunk, and you're just like,
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
like,
I know. You don't remember anything. That's why also we're just like, Liz, you don't even know what you're doing.
I'm autopilot. I'm just like a robot.
Yeah.
A biological robot, basically.
Yes, it's oh man.
I guess I've come far.
You've come far, Liz. We've all come far. We've all like made out with like a dude like in the club or like whatever. Like we've all had our share, you know.
Oh my gosh. We always know something's gonna happen.
I
mean, why else do you come to Vegas? You're always waiting for something.
I still remember
to
like this guy like followed you guys to the restroom and I was like, no.
You got sassy.
I got sassy. Like I came out of you guys came in the restroom and this guy kept following us. I'm like, no, we're fine. They're good. I'm good. They're coming home with me. Like we're good.
Was he scary looking?
He was scary. He's just like can I come home with you guys? Can I come? Like he was just so adamant, like trying to come home with us or trying to bring you guys with him. I was like, no.
So horny.
I was like, dude, no means no.
So horny.
So horny. I was
like, horny. I need to do something. I need to follow around people like puppies.
Yes, exactly. I was like, oh my gosh, just.
Can I help you now? Can I help you now?
I was like, dude, let it go. These girls like are frightened of
he
you.
must have looked pitiful to you for you to say something like that.
Oh yeah, well, it was just like sad because like there's like clearly like they're just you guys are like oh like you on your face was like no like leave us alone, but he just like could not get it. He just did not understand.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, but. Yeah, good times though. Vegas
good
overall, good times. So we always had a good time like visiting you and like you were so hospitable and like letting us stay at your place and like it was just like
the
so
haunted apartment.
The haunted apartment. Hopefully they're friendly ghosts, you know.
Yeah, there was some friendly, but then there were some like angry ones. I could feel like this frustration, this like meanness. Like,
okay.
I'm watching you. Like
Yeah. No, it was
we've come a long way. I mean, like now look at us. It's just, you know,
keeping it classy, keeping it cool.
Yeah, like I don't feel like this need like I have to go clubbing. Like when we're coming up, we saw everyone getting lined up for excess. Like how we did also like 10, 12 years ago.
Yes.
Lining up.
I mean, could we go to the club? Of course we could.
Of course.
But like, do we want to? No, not really. Nah.
No, there's this age group and like a specific part of that age group that are like us. Like the guy at the pool, you know, the other guy that we warned, he's like, oh, the pool's closed.
Yeah.
So when we went downstairs, we got our bathing suits on, we went downstairs, and it was nice and like peaceful. So we're like, oh, everyone must have gone to dinner. So we went to the entrance and they're like, sorry, the pool's closed. And we're like, the sun's still up.
The sun is still way up.
The sun is up.
Yeah.
And he's like, sorry, everyone's going to Encore now. You have to go to Encore to go. We do not want to go into a human soup, sir. Okay, we want to relax.
Yes.
We don't want, I mean, like, I'm a lover of music, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, but like, sometimes I just want to be like, peacefully enjoy the serene energy around the pool. Just like chill out. You know, I don't want to go. And then like
I still remember like us going to like one of those like day clubs, like the pool one.
Yeah.
And like this dude was getting a blowjob in the water by this older woman.
Oh God.
And everyone was just like surrounding them, like watching, like what the fuck? I was like, this is so gross.
Fucking
and this woman was just giving him a blowjob, like. This is so gross.
Oh God!
And, we're like,
in that water.
And we're in that water. We're like,
It was just okay. The pool was it was like sardines in a can.
Talk about like pre-COVID times, you know. Of course, this is like way before COVID.
What percentage of that water do you think was like had sperm in it?
Oh,
like swimming in it, like multiple.
I mean. I don't even want to think about it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was lukewarm water.
Oh, and like maybe also like women's discharges.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
You know,
people were like grinding. It was
people
like
grinding.
Madness.
People were grinding. People were finger banging. Like it's just like, too much
debauchery. I mean, that's coming from like someone that's been in the adult industry.
Yeah.
It's just like. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I've turned into a prude. But no, it's like.
Turn to a prude.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is the city where.
Oh my,
George.
Oh my.
Did he really do that? Is she really doing that?
Yeah, it's, man, you know, what can I say? It's Vegas, baby.
It's Vegas. But also, I like facing, you know, Vegas now with you, you know, having fun and kind of like changing my perception on everywhere you go. There's going to be the dark side and the light side. It really depends on what you decide for yourself.
Yeah, and like, the company you're with.
Yeah, and the company you're with and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
totally
at one point, I thought that Las Vegas wanted to eat me alive. You know what I mean? Like, I was going to like either get killed here or like... you know, get abused by like someone, by a client. You just never know what's gonna happen. You never know. And I've been very, very lucky that in the most part, like I've been safe.
Yeah.
But
you've been in a lot of predicaments.
A lot of predicaments where it was just really
a lot of situations where you're am I gonna survive this?
Yeah, yeah. And it's so sad because like my story is like for me to be alive after going through like all that, like I'm the lucky ones. There's a lot of like and you know what's interesting? We're starting to get like comments, and I totally am open to for open dialogue on this subject.
Yeah.
It's like they're like, oh yeah, people are like, oh yeah, well that's not all escorts, not all, what she said was not all escorts drink and party and do drugs. And I was like, yes, you are right, but it's really hard sometimes. You know what I mean? Like you'll get it, you'll talk with the client and they'll be like, oh no, I don't party or do drugs.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, it starts happening.
Yeah, you're surrounded by it.
Yeah. There's
and also like it's hard to be sober and like do that job sober and just like and like be charming and be this like turn on this vixen alluring woman persona and like and be sober doing that and like just like and this guy's just like hello, you know, you're just like
another guy.
Sometimes you just want to not be sober because you don't want to deal with like the reality, and the reality is like you have to like talk to this dude that you don't want to really talk to.
And sometimes your psyche starts to lie to you.
Yeah, I can bet.
And like your body's telling you one thing, so you're drinking and you're like, I'm happy. But this woman, I completely appreciate her opinion. She was like, not all escorts live that kind of, most of them do.
Yeah.
You know, and even like,
I mean, it's great that if she was saying that.
Yeah, I'm glad that she didn't even mention any comment on it. And I'm like, yes.
It's good to see that perspective, you know?
Let's talk about it. I want to talk about the whole thing. I'm talking about it because not a lot of people talk about it. They don't want to admit that they've been in this business.
Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about the nitty gritty, okay? Like, and give people who are thinking about doing this, they're like, oh, this is my last resort. I want to do this. I want to make the big money. I want to make the big money to buy the house, the car. I want a sugar daddy to buy me this and that. But it's like there's all these fine details that you don't think about because in your head it's calculating this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because not enough people are talking about the real downside of the job. So like, yeah, let's just keep on continue talking about it. I know
have this open communication and conversation.
I've known tons of escorts from different backgrounds. Yes, they have money. They seem happy, but there's always an underlining tone. You know what I mean?
Like, that they've been through shit.
Yeah. And there's some not so pretty things. Like sometimes a girl's fucking like 4 or 5 guys a day, and like the clients don't even know that. The clients think that they're coming just to meet up with them.
Yeah.
But no, like the guy's like eating the pussy out, and it's like, dude, another guy's dick and tongue has been all over that just like a couple hours ago. It's like it sucks. It sucks. Like you have to like really think because you have to make your trip worthwhile.
Yeah.
So you have to get more for your bang.
Yeah.
For your
no
bang.
pun intended.
Bang for your buck.
No, it's not an easy. It's definitely not an easy profession, and it's it's a physically and mentally and emotionally like demanding job. You know?
Anything that's you're using your body.
Yeah,
like it's more. I'm just opening dialogue because I think it's more. You have to think where you don't have to use the labor of your body. Use your mind. Use your mind because you can make more money without having to spend this.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that to people.
Yeah, and that's like your experience is your experience, and that's what you're coming from.
That's where I'm coming from. I'm just telling
you. So anyone who's like saying like, no, actually not all escort, like that's great. That's great. Like for you, that's your story. Opinion. That's your opinion. And like and you respect that. And like just like for me, like my whole thing on mental health and mental illness, that's my story.
Yeah, that's my testimony.
That's my testimony. And like you can take it or leave it. Like you don't have to like be like that's not true for me. Bipolar, like, actually, for me, this is how it's like. Like, I get it. Like, everyone's different. And, like, that's what the beauty of being a human being, like, an individual is, like, you have different experiences from each other. Even if it's, like, the same, like, as an escort. She was an escort, too. Like, great. But doesn't mean you have the same exact experience. Or you experience it the same way.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with me and bipolar and the mental illness. Like, it's totally different. It could be totally different from somebody else. But I'm just speaking from my truth, from my experience, just like how you speak from your truth and your experience. And we're not trying to say like what we say is end all be all.
No,
like,
it's
never.
just adding to the
dialogue and the conversation.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're just adding our piece because the more knowledge or more input we get, it's just like you can kind of feel out what
works for you.
Yeah,
what works for you. What
whatever
you
can
accept
take away.
and what you can take away from it or don't want to take away from it.
Leave it. If it doesn't work for you, just leave it.
Exactly.
I don't care. You know, just like I just know that the most important thing, first of all, is talking about it.
Totally. Talking about it, just and us expressing our stories and telling our stories is what, like, it helps us process it. It helps us accept it and, like, not let the shame that circled around it or has made us feel shamed about, like, control us or like have this hold on us. It relinquishes it.
Yeah. And talking about women's rights.
Yes.
Like I feel like this has been drilled into our brain and our society in our history, and I feel very lucky to live at this time, but back in history, like it was drilled into women's brain that we need to sacrifice for the family. We need to do this. We need to do that. Like, oh, you should feel guilty about not doing this and that, or doing this, or being, you know, you should feel guilty for wanting to feel sexual.
Yeah, exactly.
Find pleasure. You know what I mean? Like all this was.
I feel like there's just like other people had a say over women's bodies and how we should feel and how we should not feel. But at the end of the day, like women have their own mind, have their own wants and desires, and that may not involve like, you know, being a mother, you know. And if you want to be a mom, that's great too. You want to have kids, that's great. If you don't want to have kids, that's fine too. And like, it doesn't make you less of a woman if you don't want kids. If you don't, you know, like it's just, you know, I feel like women are pinned against each other, like who is on what side and everything. Like, but we should all, as a collective, be like, you know what? First and foremost, we're a human being. We're a person. We're an individual, and we have our own desires and wants and needs, and we should be able to make those decisions for ourselves.
Yeah.
And so this whole Roe versus Wade being overturned, and like this whole abortion like being abolished, and like it just illegal in states and everything, is ridiculous, I think, because at the end of the day, it's my body, and I'm the one that has to go through the 9 months of carrying this baby. You're telling me this clump of cells at this moment before it becomes a human being, like, I've been here longer than this child has been there at this moment. And you're telling me at the moment this baby carries more weight than me. This baby carries more say over my life than I have for myself.
Yeah. They're like, we don't care about you.
Yeah. Like,
we don't care what you have to say.
If you really cared about, if you truly are a pro-lifer, if you really care about the baby, why not put your attention on when the baby's born?
Yeah, what happens after? Are you going to give it the best, like the potential
life, care,
to get
like,
to the potential? Like,
yeah, like education, daycare, all this stuff, better maternity leave, like paternity leave, and like all that stuff. Like, how come that's not given to that there's no support after the baby's born?
Yeah, it's super hard.
And so like, are you surprised that women don't want to have babies that much anymore? Because and the cost of living is becoming higher and higher, and especially in California, and like how expensive it is to raise kids and stuff like that. Like, it just makes sense, you know, and economically, and also like just eco wise, like just looking at like
we need to get some shit in order, guys.
Yeah, the earth, the world needs to be in a better trajectory than where it's headed. Climate change, look at all this stuff. Like, there's just so many things are disastrous.
I mean,
it's hard to want to bring a life into this.
There's so many humans that can't even put trash, that they left on a table. Like and there's a trash can right next to it. Like,
yes.
Let's get this right first, guys.
Yeah.
Let's get to the basics and make sure the masses know where the trash is or how to dispose of the trash.
Yeah.
Like just basic things like
just pollution wise, like
we just don't throw trash in the ocean. Like, it's simple things like that.
We can't do the basic. Then it's like it's really hard to
I know
bring life into that. Want to bring the desire to bring life into a world where the world like to sustain this the future and life is like so impossible at this point, almost, and like it's just it's kind of feels so dire and so sad and but I'm so like happy when my friends and close friends, like when they do have kids and everything, and they're such great parents, they're such great I know the world is gonna be in good hands knowing that they're the ones that are raising the kids and they're such good people, right? But for me personally, like at this point, like I don't know if I want to have kids because, first of all, like, having mental illness, like I'm afraid to pass that on. That's one of my fears.
Yeah.
Secondly,
and you're definitely not going to get sleep.
Definitely not going to get sleep
unless you have help, like a night nurse and stuff. But how? That's like a salary you're paying.
Yes.
For a night nurse.
Yeah, it's
like because you don't want just anybody taking care of your baby at night while you're sleeping.
Yeah,
like that's fucking scary.
It's a lot. You
need someone that is experienced that would care for your child just like how you would care for.
Yeah,
or that's just it freaks me out having a baby and then leaving it with a stranger.
Yeah,
No fucking way. It's already hard for me to leave my cats with strangers.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to do that. That's why I don't travel right now.
Yeah.
And of course, with COVID, but like, for a human kid, like, that would be impossible.
So tough.
Me.
So tough. Yeah, it's. I mean, who knows? Like, if I meet the right person and I feel like, oh, like, and, we talk about it and we're like, okay, like, maybe we can do this. Like, we can try. Like, maybe.
It helps if he's mega rich.
Helps if he's rich.
Let him be mega rich.
Mega rich.
Mega awesome.
Because when you're wealthy and everything like that, then you can afford these. Like, I'm sorry, like kids is like it's a luxury to have to be able to have a child and like raise them. Like, it's so much money to raise a child, and so.
And I wouldn't even want some time to like spend time because most of my life living with a single mom, I'm grateful for everything she has. I told Debbie earlier today, like I'm grateful for the way I was raised and stuff like that because it made me who I am and I have the perception. But there's also a lot of downfalls. Like me and my mom aren't that close. Our communication isn't that great because we didn't really spend that much time together. We didn't really go on family vacation. We didn't really get to make a lot of memories when I was younger. It's still there. Like I hold on to certain memories, like when we first moved into the townhouse and it was crappy. You know what I mean? And we slept all on the floor together.
Aww.
You know what I mean? In the living room, and it was cold. But we it's like these memories where like we stuck together. We cleaned the house all together.
Yeah.
It's like this, but like. No memories of like fun. There's always this undertone of like
the struggle
and scarcity.
Yeah,
it's just like it does tough. Stay with you.
It's ingrained in you.
It's ingrained in you, and it's really tough to reverse that thinking. Like, which I feel like I am. I'm just really appreciating what I have.
Yeah,
we talked about like just being grateful and just being in a good headspace to get you from day to day.
Yeah.
And moving forward.
Yeah,
right?
Totally.
Moving forward.
It's as I get older, it's all about like letting go and not like letting the past dictate like how I live my life, but also just having a perspective on things and understanding things from other people's like angles and forgiveness and letting go and just being like and forgiving yourself too. That's the most important. Like that you're not perfect either.
Yeah.
Like I'm not perfect, and I think ultimately like letting go and forgiving myself has helped me to forgive others as well. You know.
Yeah.
And just just I don't know. I just don't care as much anymore. You know, about what people think about, how people think about me, or how they see me as I get older. I just want to be happy.
Yeah.
I just want to be happy, and I just want to live my life, and I don't want my past to be that's it. Like that's the best. Like that's the best I can do. No, like we still got our whole lives ahead of us.
Yes, we do.
We still have our whole life ahead of us, and we still can write our narrative, our story. You know, we're still writing our story till this moment, till this actual minute and second. And so I'm glad that like I have you. I'm glad that we have this podcast, even if it's not as frequent as we like it lately. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, we're still holding on. We're still moving forward.
We're still doing our thing.
Yeah, definitely.
We're still doing our thing, and like, I'm glad that like, that we have each other, and that we're just doing our thing, and like our lives, no matter how busy we get, we can still come together and have a conversation and talk, and just be there for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
doesn't cost anything to do that. You know what I mean? Like just talking with a friend and stuff. And it's so invigorating. Like if you find the right person, it's like I told Debbie, I was tired.
I was tired too. As well.
We didn't know if this was going to happen.
Yeah.
We were having technical issues. I was getting sleepy. And then Joseph miraculously he
made it happen.
He fixed it.
It was meant to be.
And I was like, we're gonna do this. I'm tired, but we're gonna do this. And yes, I'm tired. I've only had 3 hours of sleep, but like I feel invigorated that we had this talk.
Yeah. It's so good to like just have a deep conversation and like talk about everything and anything and be open. And I think that's like what we as human beings need, that connection, with each other.
Yeah.
Instead of just like the how are you like, oh yeah, how's your day, and like it's just going through like the same questions. But the fact that we can share stories and laugh about it and everything, that's what like brings us together and closer. So but I mean that's it with this episode. Like thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, check out Taste of Santa Barbara. Again, my sister Donna Yen,
awesome.
Executive Director, who's spearheading the whole thing. And, wish us luck for tomorrow for lovers and friends.
Yeah, wish us luck. Hopefully we're going to do an hour. I'm going to try to do an hour report on the hour.
The hour, every hour, try to do like a report of like how's it going. You'll just see my cheeks getting redder and redder, I'm sure. But regardless, thank you so much for tuning in. And this is Debbs and
Liz.
And we are your Mooncake sister, and we love you.
Love you guys.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.